Good morning, you guys. It's Ride the Wind. It's October 26th. I hope you enjoyed my video yesterday playing. I'm sorry I went hard. I haven't played in a while. That's what I do. I guarantee you the next video that I put out playing music will be soft. Okay, I'll play one of my soft originals. Basically, yesterday I was just improvising. I'm real good at that. I can just beat a song into myself, and just go with it. Gosh, I wish I had a wah-wah pedal. I would have really rocked. But I'm going to buy that guitar, and I'm looking at an amp. And something we need in life is concentration. We need concentration on a daily basis, and we need our minds being fed all day long, concentrating on one subject, concentrating on conversations with people, concentrating on research, concentrating on inner self, concentrating on understanding what's going on with this guy. Now I'm working on a paper. Okay, I've got so many subjects to cover since 1010. Now, if you remember, I told you it was going to blow up, like last year, Michael, right? But I had no clue that it was going to do what it did. Hagibis, the launch to the Middle East. The hurricane in the middle of the northwest, snow hurricane, basically. It was a circle rotating, if you got a picture of that. Is that normal? Did I see planets sitting above that area about weeks ago? I said Oshkosh. Didn't I? Okay. Wherever these catastrophes are occurring, there are planets above these things. Okay, but we're going to get into something much deeper, which is the main part of this report. Okay, we got California. I want you to understand also. We have hundreds of thousands of people in the United States right now without power, sitting in the dark. Now, the same people that got burned out of fucking California last year are running around and living in cars and being kicked out from wherever they try and stay. And does anybody ever remember the Hawaiians? I've spoken to this about 100 times. Those FEMA barges that pulled up that looked like floating prisons, which you couldn't have paid me $1 billion to crawl on. Have we gotten a report of where those people ended up, where they're at? Do we even care? Do we even care that the total state of California is about to go black and they're burning? The Amazon's still burning, no coverage of that. And they smile at us on the news, and they know these planets are right in the solar system. I have seen things that have changed me. Probably the strongest thing I've seen, I'm about to tell you. But I've got planet reports from around the world and some really, really weird information that's not coinciding. They're lying. This will probably get me shut down. But anyway, I'm in Syracuse, New York right now. It started yesterday. Just happened upon it, hit the can. I'm looking at the south sky. Guess what's burning by? Dragon. Blue Kachina. It's still there this morning. I've been up since 6 o'clock. I hit it when the light went up. This thing is still flaming, burning orange in the freaking south sky, and the left side is where the sun is. Now you've got all your signature colors that the Hopis talked about. It's actually Hopi/Cherokee prophecy. We're involved in it too. I am. I've got a piece of me that's involved. I'm also a Gemini, a twin, which they talk about the two witnesses. Those are here. The two twins, Pahana and his brother. They're here. I got them over Salt Lake City. I got them over Norway. These are the twins. Understand that these planets are entities. And not all of them are dark, you guys. Some are here for good. One is here to set the wheat, like he said he was, on a cloud of glycoaldehyde. A molecule that exists within our DNA that's not found on Earth. Now I'm going to Anunnaki with you, but I'm tripping off. Okay? Anyway, planets all over the place. The size, I can't even put it into words. Huge. Okay? Where's my letter? Now, I'm in Syracuse since yesterday. Last week, I was woken up 2 nights in a row, 3 o'clock. I went outside and there was what's called defined as a Chaff Cloud. Look it up. It's a military effing cloud that contains aluminum particulates that blocks radar transmission. So I wake up at 3 in the morning, the sky's glowing orange. The same thing I'm looking at in Syracuse right now. Exact same, but the chaff was thicker here. Then it went to red. Then it went to white. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. Second night, same thing. Heavy duty chaff cloud. I'm now on the top of a mountain. I moved. This is a different bungalow. I was scared of being down by JFK. I'm just not taking chances. I don't trust any of this. And you need to not either. Okay? So I spent my day yesterday wanting to do a guitar thing. I'm wanting to buy equipment, get back into that, because that's really who I am. That's who Ride the Wind is. That's who Darryl Johnson is. But my purpose is now you, 100%. But I've got to have this as a side concentration. I've got to get into my art. I've got to get into what I also get into, or this becomes an obsession, and it borderlines with my mental issues on psychosis, trying to debate what is real, what is reality, and what's not real. That's what these cams will do to you. They will get in your head and they will twist you. I burned 2 weeks ago. That's where I've been. I said, I'm off the cams. I've been doing this for 5 years. I deserved about a 2-week break. I took it because it's an obsession. And nobody else is watching the world. How come nobody else has this? How come nobody's looking at Syracuse right now? How come it ain't on the fucking news? How come they're sitting there smiling at us? Everything they're doing is distraction. The impeachment, the battle between the Republicans and the Democrats. The world leaders are all working a stage show right now, a previous scripted program that was created decades ago because they knew about this. Now let's get back to New York, and I'm going to make a major point. I'm going to end this until I get a paper done and I really can get my facts checked straight, okay? Okay, so we got this burning thing sitting in the southern sky, lit up orange, red, and pink, and green. Those are signature Hopi Cherokee colors that they talked about. Now, they're lying. NASA took the asteroid. 3 asteroids is what ISON consists of. They smudged it and they made it 1. Now I'm going back to find the research of the guy who filtered it and showed that it was 3. Then NASA lied again and said ISON went back behind the sun and it broke up into meteors. Lie number 2, it did not. It moved the sun. Now I can't find my citations, which I'm going to have to go back through old videos. I can't find the citations and I can't find the work this guy did blowing NASA out of the water. Okay? Did not break up, moved the sun, and when it came out on the other side, it was brighter. I've been able to dig up that information. Now, we've got Apophis announced. We've got Wake Tuttle announced. We've got Blue Kachina. We've got Dragon. I introduce to you that they have renamed ISON by Wake Tuttle. I'm going to explain why I think it's Wake Tuttle. I want you to go to Wikipedia, and I want you to look at the ecliptic of Wake Tuttle. Then I want you to look at the ecliptic of the Dragon. We're like this, right? It's a solar system. Its ecliptic is like this. And that's what I'm watching in New York. It's like coming down and passing over the ground. The tail of this thing circles the world. Dave Dobbs is a fool. He has not ever captured what I'm catching. Because this thing's not putting out smoke like all his images. If the thing was putting smoke into our atmosphere, we'd be flipping upside down right now, because this is a magnet 10 times the size of Earth. Molten fucking iron oxide. So his images and the Nibiru scam and all that crap is to get money out of your pockets. Always has been, always will be, and has been for decades. The stories don't match up. There's too many freaking planets here. Supposed to be 7 in the Nibiru system. Arbola, Nemesis, Hellion, Nibiru. Then you got the 3 moons, right? 7. I'm counting 20. Not counting the asteroids that are burning it. Now, who called those months ago? Who talked about ISON a year ago on his videos? And I'm sorry to get so passionate about this, but many, many men died for truth, for freedom that is being eroded and torn away from us. We can't even talk about these planets without getting shut down by people. And I'm sick of that. There's something called the First Amendment. It's called freedom of speech. Now we've got, what was it, some kind of test done on millennials, and they're going to amend the First Amendment. You want to call somebody a bitch? You're going to end up in prison. You want to call somebody an idiot? You're going to be in prison. Now, why did millions of guys die? For us to have the ability to say what we want to anyone. When did that happen? When did our conversations with our loved ones, our friends, become censored, become stopped? Who are they to do that to the ones that they love when we live in America and we have brains and we can think and we have resources and we understand and we're trying to help you people and you're pushing us away. You're silencing us. Now, I'm also starting to study frequency. These frequencies that we use, the games that it began with, it transcended into phones, okay, smartphones. Now it's going AI, headed towards AI. You got Alexa, you got all that creepy shit, right? It's going. It's leading us down this path to become cyborgs, to have a chip implanted in our head and be AI. Now understand this. You think all the freedom, all your answers can be gotten from the internet? Think again, because that information is controlled by powers that are beyond our belief. The highest powers in the world. And ultimately, it will be AI, which could be AI making these decisions now. Okay? So we're hooked up to this and we're led down this road, which at the same time, these frequencies are killing the right side of our brain. The right side of our brain is not functioning. Check a CAT scan. They've been doing this. It's the plan and it's ultimate order. Because all the information that we receive when it gets to that point where they put something in the back of your brain and hook you up, you will be receiving, you'll think you're part of the global net and you know everything. You will be receiving information that is controlled. Is that freedom? Is that what our forefathers died for? Thousands of them. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Iran, Iraq. I don't think these guys really fought for freedom. They thought they were fighting for freedom and truth, but it was really all about money. But we have to respect what they died for, what they thought they were fighting for. Our liberties began being taken away when the 13 colonies were originally invented or began. Taxation, jurisdiction, Judaism, okay? Jesuit, jury, jurisdiction, judification. Why do they all begin with J-U? You ever think about that? Anyone? Anyone? I want to say that it's blazing by New York right now. I want to say that I'm guessing, but I'm not sure, that a catastrophe is going to occur on the East Coast. Something's going to happen, and I've been calling this right. Okay? This thing is unbelievable. Now I got to spend another 12 hours a day tracking this thing. You know why? Because my job is to watch the world. Because no one else is. And they're not going to tell us. They're lulling us into a false sense of security, and we're going to burn. There's shit going to come through, and everyone you think is human is going to turn inhuman. That's what horrifies me. So I want you to start preparing. I want you to start looking at prep gear. Odds are, with the grid problems in California and as cold as it's going to get this winter, do you think they're going to pull something? Are you in an area where you can get some firewood, or are you in a city? What are you going to do when the grids go down and we can't get gas and your water don't work? They've warned us twice, Homeland Security and the White House. And we're not listening because the right side of our brain and our millennials are like this with their phones, being more brainwashed into thinking that freedom of speech isn't something that's worth anything. Now I'm going to keep my eye on Syracuse. And I want to say that's where I was born. Look where I end up, full circle, my most epic capture of my 5 years doing this. I am amazed. I am changed. What's it doing in where I was born? I am ride the wind, and I'll bring you truth, and I'll bring you happiness, and I'll bring you music. We are proud. We are strong. We are chosen to know and understand these things. My feelings go out to the people whose minds are on the edge of psychosis like mine have been. I suggest meditation. Separate mind from body. Pray. Make sure you're working with good frequency. I'm now working with 417, 417, 417, and chanting, because that is the closest thing to God. I've gone from 432 to 417. Mozart was 432 the A. 417 is closer. It's more closer to the original Gregorian chants that were uplifting and connected us with our Creator. I'm also doing 528. I'm sleeping with it. I'm working out. I'm lifting. But I'm going to end this by saying I check into a hospital Monday to get sliced up. I'm going to keep fighting. Things are coming back that I've already beat. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be there for you now. I'm going to be there for you when this happens. And we need to unite, stand proud, and no fear. I discovered that when churches preach fear, which is the Sabbath, you better be at church today and stop denying him. Stop denying him. He said Friday night to Saturday night is the Sabbath. Stop denying him. We pissed him off enough. That's why he's here. So I'm working with 528 and I'm working with 417. I'm also working with 576, which is what I was tuned to yesterday when I was playing the guitar. That is the same frequency that the 5G towers are putting out. D-Wave, AI, quantum computing, quantum mechanics. Get your head around it, kids. Concentrate and start to protect yourself in the light and know when you're in the light. And when you start really seeing and your mind starts frying like mine does, right? You're going to be attacked. You're going to be attacked from all sides. This is a battle right now of principalities. The good and evil that exist in you. Which one's going to win? If you're a drug addict, are you going to go and use? Because he's doing that to you. If you're an alcoholic, are you going to go use? If you have brain issues, is this going to push you over the edge, or are you going to stay stable? Are you going to meditate and pray and get in the light? But understand, again, when you're in the light, Gabriel sees you, and he wants you in the dark. Period. When he sees that you're understanding that everything out there, everything that we've been taught historically, everything they've told us is a lie, you're a prime target for him. Because he created the deception. And we were to overcome the deception. But we didn't. We make trips to Walmart. And we try and acquire as many things as we can. And we'll never take them with us when we go. It's not about that. It's about love. It's about legacy. It's about animals. It's about our children. It's about our friends, our true friends who have stuck with us through this. Remember the First Amendment. Remember you have freedom of speech. Remember no one tells you what to say. And if they do, they have to go. We have enough negativity going on right now with the downloads that we're receiving from the Creator than to have to deal with somebody's negative BS. I want you to be happy. I want you to walk around smiling and know that we were chosen and we were blessed to be chosen. I would rather go through the mind fry that I've gone through for 5 years than live my life in the dark. In the dark. And he commanded us to find him. You better be finding him. His name is Esu, E-S-U. And today is the Sabbath. And he said, "Fear priests, fear pastors. They lie." He also talked about when you knock on his door and he'll tell you, "You don't know me. You never even tried." And you're out of there. Is that how you want it to work? It's not how I want it to work for me. And if you're going to do that, you may as well show up in a Halloween costume. He's here to sift the wheat. And he's on a cloud. And he's one of these planets or asteroids that's coming in. I still can't define which. But when I get that message, when I receive that message, you will be the first to know. And I love you all very much. And you know, subs, I'm not getting notification of your actual subs. So I thank you for staying with me. The paper that I'm working on will give you an overview of how they're controlling the skies, how they do what they do, the system, the deception system that they're working. Oh, and let's add a little plus onto that. Elon Musk is launching 30,000 more satellites to add to the 12,000 that are in synchronous orbit with the Earth right now to provide us with free internet, right? They're adding to the deception. I talked about these things popping through in 6 months. I'm not really quite sure because he just shot up 30 more satellites that are going to create quantum pixels, frequency, hiding, make the flat screen stronger. But this fucking dragon is popping through in Syracuse, New York. And they tried to mist it out this morning. It just burned right through. So when you literally see this thing, or people literally see this thing, men's hearts will fail. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it that my total sympathy again goes out to you who are receiving these downloads and understand this information and have the eyes to see. You are a seer. You are Christus. You are Indian. Or you're just a person who has eyes to see and ears to hear. We have to be aware. We have sat around for too long. The whole world is in martial law right now. What the fuck are we sitting in America and we don't got one protest going with what they're doing to us? We allow Federal Reserve, which is no part of our country, to set our interest rates. Why are we not marching on freaking Washington's front lawn? What I'm talking about is everything their play is hiding. The highest thing on the priority list right now, in their priority list, even though they're playing that other things off, the distraction, playing the distraction game, and again, the world's a stage, the highest thing on their priority right now is these planets. And again, yet, they sit and they smile. They don't cover the thousands of people that are dying, that have been dying over the years, not even covering the Amazon anymore. LA. God. Now this is all Hagibis, storm, the East Coast storm, all of it started on 10/10. And I might have said it in my last video, but I'm going to leave you with this. I went to the Marine. I heard the Marines got marching orders. I went to the Marine website. I read those marching orders. Those marching orders is for them to protect civil authorities. That means cops. Protect is a wide open terminology. What are they expecting to happen? Now, I know civil war could be imminent if this story is true that Trump's being impeached, but I think it's a soap opera. Or are they on the edge of calling martial law like the rest of the world? And why aren't we out there protesting? I'm going to say it one more time. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, unsubscribe, move away. Because the time has come for us to wake up and to be strong and to support others and to help others and to love each other and to pass that type of behavior on to others. create a chain, or we're not going to win. So I don't ask for money. I don't ask for likes. But I want you to share what you heard with me today. But you're not going to hear it anywhere else. This is not going to be on CNN. And I got to get back to that can to find out what the hell is going on. And I will probably spend 12 hours on that can capturing the whole thing. Now, I've got a new email. Okay, and it's working. I'm getting stuff out. It's called Horizon Event, altogether, 144, altogether in a string, Horizon Event 144 at gmail.com. I want to let you into my world. Some of you are getting into my shared file. Good job. I don't even know how to do that. But be careful. Go slow. Don't look at too much. I always check on people. I send them videos. I don't hear from them. I check on them. I say, did I hurt you? It scares me. There's so much responsibility involved here, and there's so many lives involved here, and there's so many lives that we've lost before that are involved here. The tension and the stress is palatable. I like making these videos because I hope I'm saying the right thing. Your path is your own. I've stated that before. I can only tell you what I'm going through and seeing. But I know your path is hard. I know you're getting your face kicked in. I know you're being humiliated. I know you're being left alone. I know you're crying. I know you hurt. I know you're alone. And I'm here. I'm having direct conversations with some of you. And you keep talking to me because it helps me to support you. And your support helps me also. Again, all of you complete me. You make me who I am. Darryl Johnson, Ride the Wind. And I want to thank you for that. And I want you to get out today. And I want you to go to the set. I want you, if you want to go to a church, I'd stay home and pray. And burn some candles and focus and try to eliminate everything else in your head. Focus on those candles. Separate every distraction that's going on in your mind. And focus on those candles. Focus on that glowing rock. Choose a mantra. Mine is mountain. Mountain, mountain. Disconnect all external realities that are created because these are false realities. True reality exists within us. So you have to take your mind and you have to separate it from the external input that you receive every day. You have to sit in silence by yourself. Turn off all the electronics and talk to yourself. You have to know yourself. Yourself wants to know you. Yourself has things to say. And by God, when you're talking to people, concentrate. Concentrate on that conversation. Fuck the text. Start talking to people. And when you talk to people, listen to every word that they're saying. Focus on that person. Focus on the love. If your mind starts drifting off, bring it back. If you're talking to your wife, your lover, your best friend, your father, you focus 100% on what that person is saying. That gives you the ability to give 100% of what your mind feels back to that person. We don't do this anymore. We play with text. I'm ready to smash my phone with the text deal. I'm sorry to be negative this morning, but I'm seeing something that I've never seen before, and that's my main point. Now, Pappas, Ison, Blue Kachina, they're lying. They're all the same. They've renamed Ison. They've renamed it because they have to back up on their lie. This thing is out there, and that's what's going to move the earth. Planets are a problem, yes, and they're going to be a problem when they pop through. But that's not the event. The event's going to come after that. As soon as this thing comes close enough, it's a big-ass fucking magnet. It's 10 times the size of Earth, and it's going to grab a hold of us and kick us like a soccer ball. Okay? If we all hold hands, if we come together, we can cross this river, and we survive as a species because we're thoroughly entrenched on this planet. This is Ride the Wind. And I want you to have a blessed day. And I love you guys so much. You don't know. I'm totally alone right now. I'm going into surgery on Monday alone. I'm recovering alone like I always do. But I guess it was my choice to come up here in the mountains because I didn't want people to see me look like the ghost of Christmas past. That comes from Deadpool. False hope, perhaps, but the truth never got my way before now. Feel the sting, feeling time bearing down. That's Maynard Keenan. The name of it's Tool, and the name of the song is called Invincible. My armor's wearing thin, heavy shield down. This is my last battle. Let's do it right. And let's do it in the name of those who died so we could have truth and we could have our freedoms. Okay? Deal? You with me? Huh? You with me? Huh? You better be. Thank you again, new subs. I wish I knew your names. Unknown Music Girl, that video was basically for you yesterday. I hope you liked it. Chris, Bud, Morning Dew, Michael, my bud. That's the channel. It's morning D.E.W. He's covering geological events. And right now he's taking a break. And I advised him, don't do what I did, man. Don't do it all the time. Take breaks. Get away from it because it gets in your head. It will hurt you. The symbolization, when I got into that, I'll never go down that road again. Never. Okay? So, I'm going to leave this on a happy note. We got rain up here in the Ozarks. It traveled from Texas. They had it yesterday. We got a rainy day last night. I'm on the top of a mountain. That's cool. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was going to go on the mountain, see if you guys remember, but look what would have happened this month. For Christ's sakes, it's 40 degrees here in the morning. Okay? I don't have a Sub-Zero sleeping bag. I don't have my equipment anymore, so I'm not into freezing, but I did grab a nicer bungalow, mostly oak, like oak. I'm an oak man. I'm on the top of a mountain, the 5G tower across the street, deleting my right lobe. But I'm a little bit more happy. And I'm a little bit more happy to start thinking about getting back into music and being able to show you guys love and frequency through that. I speak through music. All my pride is in my praise. It's not ego, it's just what I do. That's just what I do well. Thank you very much. And again, you guys all ride the wind and you tread the air above the din. And you remember, Amen, the Egyptian god, wrote the Book of the Dead. Do your homework and have a great day. Thank you.